நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது Tamerica, first Tamil channel from America.
Very good evening, Chairperson, the wonderful trainer, the other guests. And this is a real pleasant surprise for me that you wanted this. I'm just increasing the volume. That this is a sudden address. Friends, one point, there are two ladders in this organization and both of them complement each other. I can tell you that me being a trainer as well as a past zone president of zone 4, the both complement each other, because whatever I learn in training, I am able to implement in my leadership ladder, and whatever I learn in the leadership ladder, I am able to implement in training. So those who are on screen and those who have still got age, you should aspire to become nothing less than a national trainer and also nothing less than a past zone president. That way, you know, very powerfully in this organization you can grow. Till now, one tech savvy guy was talking. We all look at him as the one very powerful and influential person, and we are he's a JC India author also, and we are looking forward to him to coming up, scaling up in the training, in the leadership ladder also. And friends, and this is, friends, I'll tell you, this is a responsibility. I can give you all one suggestion, that if at any point of time in your life there is a work that does not happen, that does not move, you want to get something done. If it does not happen, then first thing that we usually tend to do is we say, "Arey yaar, I told him, he did not do it, or it was his responsibility. He should have done it. My vice president should have done it. The director should have done it. The project chairperson should have done it. He should or she should have done it." No, friends. In this organization, the statement, instead of starting with Ravikant should have done it, it should be like Rahul could not make Ravikant do it. If this is the accountability and responsibility that you can take in this organization, friends, believe me, you are going to grow as a very powerful leader, and you are going to own up not just Ravikant not doing something, okay, but each and everything, and therefore you will be the reason for getting things done, and therefore you will be achieving, therefore you will be getting claps, therefore you will be getting awards, recognitions, therefore you will be learning, right? So one statement, from he did not do to I could not make him do. This way we want you to grow. All the best for this sudden opportunity. Thank you so much. And all the best to Santoshi also. I'm looking forward. See, this is March and I'm a chartered accountant. Still, I'm there in this session only and only because I wanted to listen to her and learn from her. All the best, Santoshi.
Thank you so much, sir, especially Chief Guest and Rahul, sir, and the members. Most importantly, Gandhi Lenin, sir, as well as Brightwin, sir, from Zone 18, and other members, even Shriram Manjunath ma'am from Zone 12. And I thank each and everyone from bottom of my heart that their presence is there, first of all. And I'm very happy that I'm sitting and giving training in front of my guru, Ravikant Reddy Garu. At the same time, Rahul sir, who is almost a role model for me in many aspects, even in, as he said, even in training ladder as well as in leadership ladder, whatever I learned many things. And say no, I know nothing like try or something you should not say. Certain words he'll eliminate from the dictionary. And thank you so much for Zone 18 for giving me an opportunity to express certain points which I'm aware of to others. It's like everybody is knowledgeable, everybody knows everything, but a small refinement of what we know, it's something like a sharing session. So shall we start the session, sir? And my special thanks to somebody like Priya, I suppose, who introduced me such a beautiful voice. And even I felt very proud of myself after listening to my introduction. Thank you, Priya.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Pleasure's mine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sir, shall I share the screen, sir? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am, you can start, please.
Sir, is the screen
clear? Okay, clear, ma'am.
Yeah. So, a warm evening to everyone. I hope everyone is very happy and pleasant. Shall we start with some pictures, some refreshment on certain pictures?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So when do you feel this kind of expressions? Can you type in the chat box, please? Like the first pick and second pick. You can add pick one and when you feel that, and pick two when you feel that.
Pick one is when we are feeling sad.
Okay.
Second
And
crying.
pick two
Crying.
is that, oh, sorry, when we are not able to get anything else, what we want to achieve it.
Okay. So you have some kind of offensive expression in the first one, which you may feel bad about yourself or something you missed out. So sudden expression like that, can you feel that, sir? And second one, crying. Why we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
this kind of feeling, sir? Can you type in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and speak? I couldn't see the chat box. 1 second, sir. So anybody in the chat box? Okay. So the next.
And you can put in a presentation mode.
Yes.
Okay, madam. Clear,
Yes.
clear.
Clear, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You're on screen.
Yes. So when we are sad, I think the most important thing on Monday morning. Thank you, Manjula. Okay. So the next pick when we see, one is like offensive thing, and one we can see when we are in sad situation or something. And pick 3 and pick 4.
Pick
Can
three.
anybody?
Yes, pick 3 when we are so stressed
Yes.
or when we were not in a right direction.
Okay.
And pick 4, it's according to me, is when we are pleased and when we want to be in a calm mode.
Okay. So I think a few members have written like I think Sheila ma'am. It's like peaceful. Pick 4 is peaceful, and somebody name is not there. Solace, yes, exactly. So out of the 4 picks, which pick we love the most? We want to be like that.
But everyone would like to they say the pick 4, but practically it is a combination of all 4.
Yes. So all the answers which I could see in the chat box is nothing but pick 4. So why we want to be like pick 4? Why not like 1, 2, and 3? See, nobody wants to be stressed. Nobody wants to cry. Nobody wants to be offensive. But why we are having all these things? At times, majority of the times, we want to be in pick 4 stature. But how to transform from pick 1, 2, 3 to 4? The treading on the eggshells. The name itself indicates like we'll come to know why we kept that eggshells. Why we are mentioned as treading on eggshells. I think somebody might have. It's actually life is beautiful depending upon our perspective. If we take it positively, then we arrive to pick 4. Yes, Sheila ma'am, absolutely. And all other happens 4 pick, we should make it. Yes, all other happens 4 pick, we should make it. Exactly. See, everything is there in our perception, how we look at it, how we receive the things, and how we feel it. So if you see the pick 4, you'll find the kind of solace and the enthusiasm that person has. So why not we have that? Ultimately, at the end of the story, by the time a majority of us or employees, we have been working and we have different lives. One is professional life and other one is personal life. As Rahul has said, we have third life, which is JCI life. So when we are having multiple lives, we need to balance them. So when we are having that, like, why always we have to think about, that negativity? Why don't we think everything in a positive way? See, first thing is how we look at the things. That is important. For example, if you have invited somebody for a wedding and that person did not come, you know that he will not come. So obviously, what you feel, the first thing is, okay, I know that he will not come because of he doesn't like me or something like that. Instead, you can think that, okay, next time he may come for the reception because he may have some health issue or he couldn't attend because of his personal issues. You can think of like that so that you have peace of mind. The first thing is, once we have peace of mind, then automatically the entire world looks beautiful like Big Four. So what to do in order to move from pick 1, 2, 3 to pick 4? So the first thing, think from others' perspective, which we generally do from our point of view. But why don't we think from others' point of view? When somebody is unable to attend the wedding, think from their point of view, like why they could not do it. Instead of thinking and connecting them to the past situations which happened earlier, but may or may not have connectivity with present situation. So we don't have to think about the perceptions. The first point I'd like to tell you is, don't think from your own perception. Think from the point of view of others. That is the first thing which makes you happy, which makes you come out of your problems. And second one, be careful in handling very serious matters. Like for example, if some accident happened and somebody must not be in a position to talk to you or meet you, but there are some internal hindrances which you feel that, okay, I would not he did not talk to me from so long and all these things. So when you have a situation, if you come across that person, if you turn your face seriously like this and all that, automatically that person feels bad. So why to make others feel bad from our point of view or from our perspective? First, sit together and discuss, and then you can come up with what is the solution for that. So first of all, you should be very, very careful in handling serious situations, because at that moment, after some time, maybe that person may become your enemy or you may become his enemy because of nothing. So these all are emotional blocks. So when it comes to emotion, why I mention is handling serious matters, according to me, I feel that emotions play a crucial role in anybody's life. So be emotional. At times you'll be very emotional and you think from other perspective also, others point of view also, and you be very friendly with that person. Once if something happens, if it's something like a mirror, if something happens, automatically the entire friendship goes off. Whatever that person do, that you feel that it is a kind of blunder. So again, that is a emotional and mental block. So better you be very, very careful when it is connected with emotions. And next, choose your company wisely and always have presence of mind. So remember, always, there is sixth sense, seventh sense, and all these things people will talk about. But you have, every one of us, we have one sense, which is common sense. First, we have to think whether whatever the other person is guiding you is right or wrong. Whether you have to listen to them, and remember, listen to everyone and do what is right. And again, right is according to you. That is very, very important point to be noted, because right is right for a person who is for example, if one person is maybe a Jawan, a person who belongs to an Indian army, and one person belongs to Pakistan army or some other country army. So till then, they keep on talking to each other, they were friends and all that. But once the war comes out, automatically they are enemies, because they belong to two different countries. So once we think about this kind of expressions, so we should be cautious because we don't know what is happening in and around. So the first and foremost thing is when you are talking to anybody or when you're doing anything, you should have your presence of mind and we should have our presence of mind. That is very, very important. Do listen to everyone and do what is right according to you. That is the most important point which I suggest. And always have a presence of mind and act quickly when in danger. And whenever you're talking about when you are in danger, when you are going to get some problem because of that, at that time, use your presence of mind and immediately come out of the danger. You're not supposed to take somebody's decision when it is in danger. So that also you need to think of where to take fast decisions and where to take slow decisions. So that is there when you're talking about your presence of mind. Then automatically your life would be like fruitful. You'll be very, very happy. And I think you can see one picture here. I think two pictures in this, before and during. Can anyone tell me, this is from Panchatantra. Can anyone tell me what is this story about? I think you could see three fish.
Yeah, in first before there was only a few grasses were there, and such grasses have been converted or grown up from the trees point of trees and natural resources. We should use with the help of available resources.
Okay. So it is your point of view based on the pictures. So can anyone tell me a story which is familiar story from Panchatantra? Have anyone heard of a three fish story? Three fishes. Okay. Somebody is typing. Yes, Ravikant sir has mentioned Sumati, Mandamati, and Buddhimati. So it is a short story because I'd like to tell you a small story based on this pic, which is there in Panchatantra. So here you can see three fish, and these three fish are very good friends. They have been staying in a pond. And what happens is one fine day, there is something like water keeps on moving from one place to other place and all that. So one fine day, what happens is, one fish, it says that the names of three fishes is one is Sumati, and other one is Kalamati, and third one is Mandamati. So first Sumati, she says that better we'll go to some other pond because the floating is good. Otherwise, in this pond, the entire water will be off. Then the next two says, okay, we'll see when the scarcity comes. Then, okay, we will see. So what Sumati does is, it moves along with the water to the other pond where water is plenty. So occasionally, after some time, maybe some days and all that, in the same pond, the water is about to finish or complete. So it is going to be almost like barren. So at that time, what Kalmati did is, it just takes some alternate mode and it moves on to the next place. And while going, it clearly indicates Mandamati, saying that this is a situation, we will go. Then Mandamati says, okay, we'll see. Ultimately, water will vanishes, and then it was caught by somebody and somebody ate it off. So what is the realization out of this story? So three different opinions. So one is almost thinking about the futuristic perspective and to predict the future. This might happen and all that. So even in people, we have different categories of people. So we should be very, very careful. So when you are talking about different eggs in the society, you should be very, very careful. I'll tell you what I mean by eggs in the society. So whenever you're talking about this story, you can see three different perspectives of humankind. So one is prediction, and other one is based on situation you can act, and third one become victim for the situations. So just we have to think under which category we are. Yes. So first thing is early realization and predicting the future, and then relaxation without bothering the future. So what happens? The person who is lazy will become victim, and then glossy, maybe at times might be probability of coming out of the problems. And the wise people always predict the future. But don't over predict the future. That's also very important. For everything, if you keep on thinking, Ravikant Reddy sir in the previous session which I attended, sir said but why concept when selecting sustainable projects. So for everything, if we ask why, that question why, then automatically we get many answers from which you will be getting exact answer also. So identification of this is very, very important. Now, imagine the X in the society. So what are the X I feel is the first thing, personal life, and most importantly, I stress here, self, especially myself, for everyone. And second one is professional life. And third one is society. And friends, parents, and you have many X, like, political parties, or you can have different professions and many others. So when you are dealing with this X, how you are supposed to be, how you need to cope up with the situations. And life, work, society, all are interconnected. Once when you come out of the house, you'll be in the society. When you go back, again, you'll be at home. So how are you balancing it? Are you able to balance that or not? So once if you could balance that, then pick 4 will be yours. So how to tread on the X? So how you want to walk on those X? X in the sense, the society and your personal self and all these things. So if you observe here, what are the 2 things which you can observe? One is balancing with work, career, business, performance, responsibilities. All these things are connected with professional life. At times, responsibility comes to your personal life also. And when it comes to health, life, family, friend, happiness, all these are associated with self. Myself, my family, my friends, my health. Most importantly, if you want everything, you need to have your health, which is very, very important for anyone. And now, because of this digitalized situations, there are many advantages at the same time, disadvantages also. What are the disadvantages? We'll see in the later slides. So why you feel that digital world is bringing a lot of disadvantages? First thing in slide number 3, like in the third pick, stress. Sitting at one place, working continuously, especially if you are a software employees, or maybe if anybody's, because nowadays, even what irrespective of the age, you are supposed to work with the technology. And when it comes to technology, we have to sit, we need to work with it. It may be mobile phones, even all the marketing we are doing, digital marketing, or even Paytm, or maybe Phone Pay, everywhere you're using mobiles. And once the mobile is, I'll give my personal experience. I lost my mobile, which is of 20,000 worth. Still, I feel bad for it. And one thing, in that, I have blocked everything. Even I have blocked my SIMs. I have blocked, that whatever IMEI number is there, everything I have mentioned. I have given complaint and all that. But one fine day after I lost my mobile, maybe 10 days or 15 days after, I have received one mail that my mobile number is updated to some other number and my mobile email is updated to some other number. And then immediately I called Flipkart person. He says, I was shocked by listening to the answer. He says that that person has purchased an iPhone which costs around 70,000 on my Flipkart account with a 60,000 worth by keeping EMI. And this is the mobile which I'm using, which costs 6,500 on EMI. So do you feel this digital platform is helpful? Because we don't realize that I'll lose my mobile or something. And everyone, you have your mobile, especially your email on in your mobile. So once something happens, So the entire data will be lost. At the same time, lot of scam may happen. So which is not in our hands. And even I gave police complaint, but nothing happened to that. So just digitalization has a lot many advantages, at the same time disadvantages also. So you should be very, very careful whenever you're talking about digital world. And here I just want you to give your opinions on these two pictures. So one is nuclear family, which everybody, maximum of the people are facing, versus joint family, which long back when we were kids, we used to enjoy that. And the other one is three troubling differences between the current generation of children and that of past decades. So can you type in the chat box, please? So what are the observations? Anyone? Previously, communication with persons. Yes. Previously, people used to communicate or talk to each other. But now, only mobiles. Even in a house, when you go for any party or maybe functions or festivals to your relative's house, maximum people, they turn towards their side and they keep on using mobile. And now through mobile, communication happens. Unfortunately, nowadays, even if it is nuclear or joint family, all are stuck to mobiles. Yes, sir, definitely, sir, that is true. So mobile has taken maximum part of our life. Congregation is missing. Yes, exactly. So when it comes to these two pictures, two different entities. So nuclear family versus joint family. And when we are, handling the eggs with care, that eggs like your personal self, your professional life, your society, parents, and friends. Whenever you're going in a wrong direction, there were people who used to take you in right direction, because grannies might be there at home, or there are some people who are your uncles, aunt, or somebody who monitors your relations or yourself or something and gives you right direction. Because nowadays nuclear families, wife and husband goes for office, maximum cases both are employees, and kids are taken care of in some kind of, maybe these people they'll take care in the morning and they'll leave them in the office. Maybe when they're going to office, they leave them in the crash or somewhere, and again they pick up. So maximum time these kids are missing that attachment, somebody patting them or somebody appreciating them. That is the most important point which these kids are missing. Ultimately, when they come for 9th standard or 10th standard, maximum time they start spending with mobiles, because even when people come home, like parents, when they come home, they'll be missing that kind of attachment. Long back, when they were in joint families, somebody must be there at home. So they must be helping them. And majority of the cases, people, ladies used to be homemakers. So that also might be one of the reasons where they have their own you know uh, attachment which can be connected with the kids. Now even working in the offices and all that, even mothers are missing the touch with the children. So that is one of the reasons. But of course, because of the circumstances and all that, we cannot avoid that. So in inevitable situations, we can't do anything. And when it comes to mobile phones, long back people used to play physically, so they used to be very healthy. Even some people, they lived for 100 years or 1 or 2 years, something we tell like that. Now max 60, 70. And our generation, like generation which was born after 80s, so it was something like health effects, because of obesity. People are mainly affected with obesity and hormonal imbalance, at the same time thyroid, sugar, or diabetes, and all these things, because they were not having physical exercise. That is the basic problem. Okay. So whenever you're talking about all this, so just we have to question ourselves. So learning each other, understanding, not happening. Yes, exactly. That is the best point which is mentioned. So learning each other. So learning from each other at the same time, understanding. So listening was missing. In the next slide, you can see that. So listening would be missing. So that is the most important thing which we need to work on. At least give some space for your kids and give some space for the parents, because even parents wants to listen to kids and all that at the same time in reverse. So spend at least food time when you're having a lunch or dinner. Lunch anyhow, it's not possible. At least dinner time. Sit together, have your food together, just share your experiences or share that day's what's happening in that place, or maybe in your office, and maybe which are the pleasant things to share. Again, not the things which you were hurt and all this. So it spoils your family time. So try to spend some time where you feel that, okay, I have spent my time with my family, my children, my wife, or my husband, whatever. You need to have some kind of family time, which is very, very important. And that egg is very important. And if it is smashed, your life is off. So that's very, very important. And kids, they keep on enjoying in mobile phones. Remember, when small kids, when they want to go and play cricket or something, encourage them, try to send them. If some children, they are interested to go for singing, encourage them. Nowadays parents are very, very matured and they're encouraging in various aspects. So encourage them in their skills also, because there are some people who are excelled in their skills. And if the parent of Sachin Tendulkar says no for his cricket, obviously we may not see Sachin. We may have seen somebody who is a failure in academics. So encourage the skill. That is very, very important. Encourage the passion of the children. That is very important. And once you start encouraging your kids positively, then automatically they will not go for deviations. When they feel that you will not give encouragement, then they start lying, then they start going for other option, then they start doing all nonsense which is not required because of fear not sharing with you. So try not to spoil the egg. That egg is very, very important. And as I earlier mentioned in the initial slides, emotions, they are very, very finer and very important for any individual. If you like something, even for my students, if they like the teacher, they listen to the class. If they don't like the teacher, they pretend that they're listening to the class. As simple as that. The same thing happens when you break that egg. So egg self, you need to concentrate on your health, you need to concentrate on your emotions, you need to concentrate on your family, you need to concentrate on society also. But when you're concentrating on the society, don't concentrate like, why if I send my kid like this, what others feel. That is their headache, that's not our headache. But make sure they children will not deviate from their actual term. So that we need to concentrate. Everything and everything is practical. What's generation speak, but the affection, care, and obeying parents is lacking. Yes, exactly. Obeying parents is also lacking. Even I do accept for this statement. But when the kids, from the beginning, if we have that kind of attachment, I think it would be reduced. I don't say, we can completely change the generation, but at least that would be reduced. So that's what I want to tell you about this. Now, how to tread on the eggs. So first thing, most important thing, be very careful while choosing the right career. At times, even I ask my students, they say, why did you choose CSE? They immediately say, madam, actually I got the seat, otherwise I might have done fashion designing. Out. So in your mind, if you have fashion designing, how you concentrate on programming? No. Then there are certain people who will self-motivate. That kind of people, yes, it goes. But still they have that feel inside. So you can ask that kind of people to do some kind of fashion designing as a part-time course, and you can encourage them to do CSE so that they can cope up and they'll enjoy that also. So once we love it, we will enjoy it. Like mid-afternoon at 12 o'clock, if if it is full, sunny day, if I give bat and ball to my kids, obviously they'll run and play. At the same time, if I ask them to write an exam, they don't write. They say, "Madam, no fan, no power, I don't do it." So when they like it, yes, exactly. And then be diplomatic at times. Yes, exactly. If especially a man, no need to tell. If you have your spouse as well as your mother on both sides, very diplomatically, you say yes or no kind of expression, which everybody can understand except the people who are beside you. So be diplomatic, because that relationship is important. Relation with mother is important, even for ladies. Relation with mother is important. At the same time, relation with spouse is also important. So both are part in your life. So obviously, at that time, be diplomatic is not at all a mistake. So based on situation, if you don't talk, that's not like lying. But don't unnecessarily express yourself and don't fall into the trap. So be diplomatic at times. That's very important. And the third point, as I mentioned earlier, be empathetic. Be empathetic with, you have to look from other shoes. You need to think their point of view and how they react. And then based on that, you can get obviously an answer. Never be offensive. So don't, offend for certain things. If you like something, do it. That's it. But that should not hurt others. That is very, very important. Never upset somebody. Yes. Never ever upset somebody. And then try to be happy and make others happy, so that your life will be happy. Enjoy the life without regret. So don't regret, like, I might have gone to some place, maybe a Ooty or something with family for 1 week. I missed my vacation here. See, my maybe my salary here, that is immaterial with the enjoyment which you enjoy with your spouse as well as your kids. So once you want to enjoy your life, enjoy your life. Don't think about the other consequences, but the enjoyment should be a positive enjoyment which gives you positive energy. That is very important. And most important thing is the steps to happiness. Think less. Don't overthink and don't overburden yourself. If you feel that something is very, very stressful today in your office, your bosses, you have some problem with your boss. So what you do is, next day, after coming to house, happily have refresh yourself and neatly have something and sleep. Next day morning, we'll think. And you have a stressful day. And this statement is given by my lovely brother. And when you have a stressed day, so tomorrow you have an event, you're very stressful for that. Don't think about that day. Think about the next day. Obviously, whether you like it or not, that day will happen. That day will go off. Whether it is 100% successful or 80% successful, it will be successful. Think of the next day. Then maximum your pressure will be reduced. That's very important. And talk less, listen more. At the same time, don't judge the people by their looks or by their appearance or the statements or the expression they give. No. Whatever they express, some people they may not express, but they may be very good at heart and they may be a kind of receptive kind. We may not accept that because we judge them with other perception. No, don't do it. Watch less, do more. And don't complain unnecessarily and all that. If you want to complain, don't go that side. Why to unnecessarily complain and bring that negative force? Try to appreciate for simple things also, so that they feel very, very happy. And then fear less. So don't fear, because this is a small life. Whether you love it or not, it is a small life. So you will have your enjoyment, enjoy your life, and then love more. You can love yourself, you can love your society, you can love your family, you can love your nation. So give love. What happens? They'll also give you a return. Nothing beyond that. So try to love and try to enjoy, try to make happiness, make your life very, very happy, so that you can tread on the eggshells very happily without breaking them. Thank you. Any queries, please?